Today we're going to talk about the new Hulu animated series Solar Opposites, so let's get started. Hey everybody, my name is Justin. I love to watch movies. If you guys love to watch movies too, you guys are in the right spot. Make sure to hit the subscribe button down below and click that bell notification for more up and coming videos. Last Friday, Hulu dropped an animated series called Solar Opposites, and this is from the creator of Rick and Morty, Justin Roiland. And he co-created the series with McMahan. Solar Opposites is a sci-fi comedy series, a family sitcom that follows four aliens who crash on Earth and must learn to deal with their new home and neighbors while also learning to be a family. We have the adults in the show, Corvo, who is voiced by Justin Roiland, and we also have Terry, who is voiced by Thomas Middleditch. They have an odd relationship. They act like brothers at times, but they also kind of seem like they're a couple as well. And then there's two replicants or their kids in the show. We have Yumulak and Jesse as well. This has all your familiar tropes of a family sitcom. You have initial setup of something that this family is doing, and then it kind of spirals out of control. And then you have like this lesson at the end, this moral, and how everybody just comes together. It's all heartwarming at the end. That's what Solar Opposites is pretty much like, but it mixes and blends the crude and violent scenes from Rick and Morty, but doing a lot more. Rick and Morty is on Adult Swim, so it's on cable. So it has to be somewhat tame. There's limits to what it can do, obviously, because it's on cable, but with it being on Hulu, you kind of just have a free-for-all. And this has Justin Roiland's love for gruesome, violent sequences, and there are some really bloody animated sequences within this series, and mix it in with that sci-fi aspect as well. The show is really funny. There's a lot of crude humor. There's a lot of sexual jokes within here. I found myself constantly laughing at this family and how they unleash some scientific thing and they have to kind of tame it and work together as a family. I love that aspect. I like everybody in the role, and I like the voice acting as well. They provide a lot of humor within the show. But one of my favorite things within here, and it appears a lot throughout the series, and there's an episode dedicated to it, is that the two younger kids, Yumulak and Jesse, have on their wall a society of small individuals. They have a shrink ray, and they like to take humans and shrink them down to size and have them live in this dystopian world. So you have a glimpse of these humans' lives inside this wall where all these containers are at, but they are miniature, and you get to see them interact in their society, have different classes, and work together, or turn on each other as well. That was easily like the coolest thing of the series. It's violent and it's funny as well. And I like that it was an episode dedicated to kind of exploring more of it. But as each episode is going along and we get more of this society, I find myself more and more interested in exploring that. And I would love to see like a spin-off series of it or just something more dedicated to it because it was so interesting. Solar Opposites is only 8 episodes long. It gave us enough in each episode, and each episode felt like a payoff. You got your story, your fun moments with the characters, and then you transitioned into another episode. I totally would love to see a second season because this show is really funny. It's not as good as Rick and Morty, but for a show that feels very similar to it with its characters and its sci-fi comedy and its gruesome moments, I really did enjoy Solar Opposites. I fell in love with the characters and their situations, and the crude jokes is really, really funny. And that whole wall with the society, the dystopian world, and the small characters, that was a blast to watch. This is easily an addictive show to watch, and it's binge-worthy as well. It's a show I recommend you watching if you do enjoy Rick and Morty and you enjoy the animated family tropes and the family sitcom. It has that same formula. It doesn't shy away from it. They kind of sit on the couch and talk to each other, you know, like Simpsons and American Dad. They all sit on the couch and they talk to each other. It has that formula. Unleash something they have to contain, and then you got your morals at the end. Family Guy's like that, you know, you got some crazy moments. It just all spirals get out of control at the end. That's pretty much what Solar Opposites is, and I didn't mind that at all. I'm gonna go ahead and give Hulu's Solar Opposites a B+. Thank you guys for my review for Solar Opposites. It is on Hulu now. Definitely check it out. It is a blast, and I can't wait for season 2. My name is Just Watching Movies, and you guys stay classy, too.